So I thought I'd do a quick video here. You can refer to it later. First, I open the grade items report. So I save that. And I'll open this when it's done downloading. Now, I found a better way for me to do it. Hopefully it works for you better. So what I'll do is I'll extract this from here instead of opening it. So I'll extract this file here, 1017, and then now I should be able to open that with Excel. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to open this here, but I'm actually going to first open up Excel. I'm going to open up my previous file I had for grade items. 1011 was the last one I did. And instead of just copying and pasting the data into here, which I have been doing, maybe a better way for you to do it, all these items are in here. A better way here is under data, you can get data from a file. I believe it's from text. So now I'll see if I can find that last one that I did today. I think it would be in downloads. I opened up this file, 1017, and then this grade items. And so this will use the Excel importer, and what that allows us to do is on this grade item description, it cleans it up a lot. And so I'll just do it from here. We want to load, transform the data, and then it opens it up here in this item. And I'm not quite sure how this will look on a Mac, but this looks good to me. And from here I can copy the entire table, and then I can go back. Once this is through here, I got to hit close and load. And this should give me a new sheet with all the data. And it does this external getting data thing. It's kind of a pain, but it loads it all up. And it does a better job importing it, especially for those grade descriptions. And so when I go here, when I go to the bottom, which is that open apple down, or for you, yeah, open up and down, I get all the way to the bottom. So I'm up to 191 rows here. So I can highlight all of this. So again, it's if I'm at the top, I'm going to hold shift and go down and do command shift to the bottom. And then I can just go over here to my last one, which was Johnson High School. So then I will copy those. And then I'm going to put that into my grading items. At the beginning, I'll paste that in. And this should go pretty fast since it's right within the program. And so here I can go down to, we can drop down to the bottom. I get to the 191. At this point here, I'm going to delete this sheet just to keep my file size as small as possible, save it up. And then that looks pretty good. So that's all in there. For me, I always like to check these. The missing one is in column Y. That's my exception code, so that's good. Summative, informative, these formulas, it's looking for that summative, informative. So hopefully yours looks good. There's formative. I had a problem. This lower makes it lowercase in case teachers are doing weird vocabulation things. And I just do a search for summative, informative instead of equal summative, informative, because some teachers have put weird things in there like summative assignments or formative assignments. The last one here that we really need to look at is, close out, is the due date, and those all look good. So it's just always a good reminder to make sure those formulas are doing what you want to. All right, so once that's in there, now I just have to go to the student list, and I'm going to update this pivot table. So I'll refresh it. Under the pivot table analyze tools, we'll hit refresh. And I always like to just kind of watch it to make sure some numbers turn. And so that looked good. At this point here, I'll save the file with a new file name. So I just like to change the new date. And that just helps me remember what I've done so far and gives a nice pause point in case I have to go break and students come in or something comes up. And so I know I've gotten to this point. All right, once I'm there, I'll open up the Schoology file, which is I just call Schoology grading items, or Schoology grades, wherever I put that. Schoology grades. Last one was the 11th. I've been playing with some old files here, trying to find a good ways to do things, so it's a little bit, usually it's easier for me to find them. But where are they? Just the Schoology grades. I must not have saved, oh, there it is right there, Schoology grades. So I'll open that one up. And this one has just their grades. So we needed the Schoology items reports, mainly just to pull the summative, formative, and missing out. And so what I'll do here is right about go to grading item exports. I'll open up my previous file. This is the information I want. I'll just go to the bottom here with that control down. And then I want these files. So not the grand total, but all the way up. Open Apple, or the command shift up will bring it down, and I'll just shift down. I don't want the titles, just the ones in green. So then I copy those, and I'll put them back in this table here. And I like to go up here to home and then paste just the values. I don't want to paste the formulas or anything like that, or funny. So I just like to do paste values in here. And you can see here some students must have left the system because I have some extras that didn't paste over. It's always good to make sure that if you're pasting in new data that's less than the old data, that you get rid of these things. You don't want to double count students or anything like that. And then once I get there, I hit save again. And I'll give this a new date too. And then after this one's done saving, I'll go through and close out the Schoology grade items because I'm done with that one. I don't need it good. I'll hit save just in case I forgot something. And this will try to keep the file size to a minimum as we go here. And so now I got my Schoology items here. So now I need to put my new Schoology grades in there. So I have to go back to the Johnson export, to the grade reports, take the most recent one. And in the same way here, I'll just, usually these work better. So I'll just open that up. Oop, where'd it go? So there's my grades that opened up. These ones usually format much better, so I don't bother importing them. They just seem to work better. And so I get all these ones here. I can do Command Shift to the bottom, make sure everything's there. And then I go up and over, and I go all the way to V. Copy those. And then I go back to my Schoology reports, to grades. I like to have the split screen here so I can see where the bottom is. So when I paste down, I can see if I got more or less to do. And so this grayed out past where I'm at. So that's good. I always like to jump to the bottom, make sure these formulas are good, all the way filled down, and so those match up. And sometimes it's good just to jump to the bottom here, make sure these formulas are all the way consistent all the way down. And these ones here, you do have to change the grading percent. It's looking for the name of the term. So sometimes you change that to quarter 2, quarter 3, whatever it is. So you make sure those are both quarter 2s to make sure you grab the right quarter. And then these should be good here. So at this point here, I got my export results. I got my grades set up. And then I'll do my last pivot table. I'll refresh this one, and that pulls all of my data here together. So the pivot table looks at the grades, and then I have the lookup values in green. So this is what I want. So at this point here, I'll just save this. If my new one is good, it's saved. There's a lot of saving going on, and I guess I just do this because I've lost track of where I am before in this whole process, which kind of drives me nuts that we don't have a better way, but this is the one. And then I'll close out this file too, because I'll try to keep the files down to a minimum. Okay, so at this point here, I'm done with the Excel Schoology part. I have this final data here. This is what I'm going to put into my the next step, which is pulling in those campus reports. So this is all my Schoology data that I'm going to need here. So I'll pause this video, and then I'll start another one here.